Hi, I'm Patrick Thor, and I've been doing hair for 20 years. A great way to style your hair and keep it very clean and make it last for at least a couple of days is to go ahead and put a silk scarf, but it has to be 100% silk. And if you get a blow dry or an updo or anything that you want to keep till tomorrow or the next day, you wrap it around your hair gently, you pin it at the bottom, and then you go to sleep. You wake up, and because it's silk, it won't rub back against your hair and you won't have frizzy hair. A great way to avoid hair breakage with any long hair is not to wear a rubber band that's so tight. The reason, if you wear a rubber band that's very tight, it will break your hair where that rubber band is, and you'll get pieces like this. Mine I like, but most girls would not like this, and they don't want this. Just do a very loose hair rubber band and no baseball caps. And if you wear those or any kind of hats, it has to be loose. Any pressure around the hairline will break your hair. The perfect blonde I think, is a California, Los Angeles, Hollywood blonde, which is a little bit different than most other blondes. Basically, it has to be a little bit lighter, a lot shinier, and has to look like it's in great condition without trying at all. Almost like you were born with hair like that, which is amazing, but most of us aren't. So you have to do that. You have to get that color, and you can achieve that through toning. It's hard to get the perfect blonde because you have to get it very light and you can't break the hair. And that's a very fine line to walk. That's why the toner is a great way to help you out. If you can't get all the yellow out of it, if that's the color you're going for, which is like a platinum blonde with no gold in it, you can tone it with a purple, obviously. But depending on what you want to do with it, you can also go beige. I prefer like a very, very light blonde with a lot of shine and no breakage and no extensions. Hormones are kind of a wild thing with hair. It can change your hair. You can lose hair. You could possibly get alopecia. A lot of times that's due to stress. But if you don't want to get that, obviously don't stress. But how many people can say they can't do that? And if you do lose hair, don't worry. It'll come back if it's stress. You just have to not stress and wait for it to grow back, because normally that hair will break off at the roots. One of the biggest things that I've learned as a hairstylist is you have to listen to your client. Your client has had that hair her whole life. You have to listen. What you want to do is you want to do what you know to do best for her hair, but also listen to what she asks you to do to her hair and come to someplace in between. Your job, one, is to tell her if something's possible or not possible to do. And it is also your job to make sure that her hair doesn't break, gets to the place that it wants to be, or that where she wants it to be, but that you know is a good place for her hair. The best tip that I can give you for doing hair at home out of boxes is don't do it, okay? All that does is it makes it so much harder for us to fix it, and it's going to cost double or triple to fix it. Maybe don't do it to begin with. And if you do, please consult your stylist or have them on FaceTime watching you to make it perfect. And one of the best things that I've learned about doing hair in that time is to never stop learning. Trends, fashion changes all the time, and you need to be able to offer that to your client. And that is meaning that you have to do your homework, which means you have to look at amazing magazines, amazing shows. You have to look at beautiful things in order to recognize what's beautiful about them and recreate it. What makes me unique as a hairstylist is that I look for beauty in nature, whatever it is. Maybe it's the leaves on a tree, how it's flowing and moving. Maybe it's the ocean and how the waves are rolling in and rolling out and how they're curling. but I try to recognize the beauty in that and recreate it for your hair. Hi, I'm Patrick Thor, and I've been doing hair for 20 years. Yay.